Today we are going to see 7.19 in the topic of Bhakti throughout Gita. Of course, there is complete Bhakti throughout the Gita, right? So, yeah, here we go. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamitihi samahatma sudurlabha bahunam janmanam ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेवः सर्वमिति समहात्मासु durlabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. Mataji, anybody wants to read? Prabhu? Anybody wants to read?
Hare
Recite
Krishna,
this?
Shale Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji, please.
Bhagavad-gītā 7.19. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvam iti sa mahatma sudurlabha.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare
Prabhu?
Krishna.
Ganesh Prabhu? Do you want it to read once?
Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapava prapada prapadyate vasudeva sarvam iti sa mahatma su durlabha. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Very nice. So, Krishna is talking about, he's like glorifying the jnanis. Jnanis are very dear to Krishna. Till this shloka in this chapter, Krishna was talking about the glorification of jnanis. So why jnanis are very dear to Krishna? Because they are free from the material desire, and they wanted to understand about the supreme personality of Godhead. That's why they are all these jnanis are very dear to Krishna. And now in this slow, like, so Krishna's talking about jnanis, and the jnanis becoming like how they finally surrender after knowing the knowledge. They finally come to surrender to Krishna. So how long does this process takes? Here Krishna is saying that many births. That's what here Krishna, after a very long process, they come to this realization, that devotee stage. So let us see what Krishna is saying here. Bahunam janmanam ante. After many births, jnanavan ma prapadyate. What happens to the jnani? He who's actually in knowledge surrenders unto me. Jnanavan ma prapadyate. He surrenders unto me. So surrendering, that how long does it take for that jnani? Then he says, yeah, Vasudev, the Bahunam Janmanam Ante. That takes long process. What should he understand by then? Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. Everything. Krishna is the cause of all the causes. He has to know that. And then Krishna says, Samahatma, such a soul is Sudurlabha. He did not say Durlabha. Durlabha is rare, right? He says here, there, here, Sudurlabha, very rare. So the person who after taking many births, he was actually in knowledge of the supreme personality of Godhead, knowing what he is knowing, that Vasudeva is the cause of all the causes. How Krishna is glorifying that person? It is very rare to see such type of person. Sudurlabha, such a soul is a great soul, and it is very rare to see. So here Prabhupada says the living entity, while executing devotional service or transcendental rituals after many births, may actually become situated in transcendental pure knowledge. that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the ultimate goal of spiritual realization, right? So, in previous classes, we have discussed that there are four categories of people, right? Four categories of people who approach the Lord. What are the categories? Artho, the person who are in distress, and then Jignasi, the person who are inquisitive to know, and then the third person is Artharthi, like the person who is in need of some material gains. And then finally comes our Jnani here. What is he searching for? He is searching for the absolute truth. So Krishna, Jnani is very dear to Krishna. So now, here, what Krishna says is, after attaining that, like after that category, the Jnani category, what happens is the person performs various procedures and rituals according to the scriptures. So, all these process takes such a long time, many births. So finally, what happens after many births, finally he comes to the understanding that Krishna is everything. So from that jnani position, coming to the platform of a devotee, surrendering to Supreme Personality of Godhead, coming to the understanding that Krishna is a cause of everything. Here Krishna says that it takes many janma, right? And long, it's a long, many births, and it's a long process, and that type of person is very rare to see. So we have to understand what is the devotional service here. So here Prabhupada says, realizing this, he becomes attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and surrenders unto him. At such a time, one can understand that Lord's Krishna's mercy is everything, that he is the cause of all causes. He realizes the manifestation is not independent from him. So, what is devotional service? A lot of people think like devotional service is vairagya, right? Like detachment leads to devotion, but that is not the exact thing Prabhupada is trying to give us. And that is what, like, Krishna is saying as detachment. Like, we should not concentrate more on detachment. When instead of that, what is a devotional service? Devotion service is greater attachment to Krishna. When we focus on that greater attachment to Krishna, automatically this detachment, it automatically, without our realizing, we will just get it automatically, that detachment happens. That's why Prabhupada always says, right, like the greater taste. So, attachment to Krishna is the greater taste, and automatically, this detachment, which is in the lower level, so that will automatically happen. But if people are not doing this, and if they are like, first, let me just detach, and then I will concentrate on my attachment to Krishna. If that is there, too much of concentrating on detachment, then what happens is like they just like the deviation happens from the right path. Then they go to that impersonalism and a lot of other things which is not favorable for bhakti happens. So always we have to focus on the attachment towards the loving service of Krishna, then automatically detachment happens. So this is what Prabhupada is stressing here. And after that jnani stage where it happens, it takes such a long time to come to this realization. Prabhupada also says that God's realization, like just surrendering to God, it's a business of a minute, not even a minute, right? Like it's a fraction of second. That is the time period which takes for this business of God's realization on for this surrender. So when we don't come to that stage of taking the decision in 1 minute, if we don't understand that, then that person have to take many births. Bahunam janmanam ante. So very nicely Prabhupada says here about that. Thus, he thinks of everything in relation. The person who knows Krishna as the cause of all the causes. He thinks everything in relation to Vasudeva or Sri Krishna. Such a universal vision of Vasudeva precipitates one's full surrender to the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, as the highest goal. Such surrendered great souls are very rare. So we say, like, okay, it is his nature. We just talk about nature, right? Like in general, people talk about nature saying, like, no, no, there is no cause for all the causes. It is just the nature. It is only the nature. So, like, even if we think by using some of our whatever it is, mind substance, the general saying is, like, it is his nature, right? So nature is there. Whose nature is this then? There should be a some person who like whose nature is this, right? So it is Krishna. Krishna is the only reason for everything, for all the things. So material nature is not independent by itself. Material nature is always dependent on Krishna. It is Krishna's creation and he is maintaining all these things. So the one who understands this, coming to an understanding that Krishna is the cause of all causes, he will know this material world is the perverted reflection, right? It's a perverted reflection of that spiritual world. So he will know that nothing just comes out just like that. It is not a magic. It is Krishna's causeless mercy that everything is his. Yeah, everything. He is the cause of all causes. So such surrendered great souls who come to that conclusion and who surrenders to Krishna, they are very, very rare. So this point is understood after that surrender, but like the material nature, everything is under Krishna's control. Everything is created by Krishna. So this for this process coming from the level of jnani, and after doing lot of procedures like rituals according to the Vedic scriptures, and it takes many many births to come to the level of surrender, and that is the level of a devotee here. Prabhupada says, which takes such a long time. And Krishna doesn't say just like Durlabha, such a person is Durlabha. Durlabha is like very rare, right? But he adds the another word, Sudurlabha, to that. So very, very rare. And yeah, that's what Krishna is saying here. This type of people are very rare. And what are we devotees? Like, we have to understand this. So we have, you every one of us have a great interest to understand Bhagavad Gita, hear this type of classes every day, read Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Be in the association of the devotees, take Krishna Prasadam. So we are all way above from this Jnani's platform. Jnanis are very dear to Krishna, and from Jnani stage, coming to the surrendered soul, that realized soul, like a devotee, it takes so many births, and it's a very long process. And here we have come to that level of surrender to accept this process of holy name chanting, until unless one surrenders to Krishna, and until unless one has the full faith in the holy names, no one can do this, right? So definitely every one of you are way above this level of jnanis. So having understood this, what are we supposed to do? We have to be very sincere. We have to be really fired up, because we are doing this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, unless until we have that surrendered feeling in our heart and the faith in the holy names, we will not be able to do this, right? We will not be able to hear this nectar of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam every day. We will not be like in the mood of understanding this also. Once when a person comes to this platform itself, we have a real greater edge to march towards the spiritual goal, to go back home towards the, yeah, Goloka, to go back home to Godhead. So we have to take this process very sincerely and seriously. And we have to know where are we, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. So Krishna himself is saying that he jnanis are dear to him, but he says who are the person Sudurlabaha. Definitely we are all in that category, Sudurlabha. We are in the very rare souls to be seen. So let us just hold on to that and march and have the fired up conscious within us to march towards. So yeah, before leaving this body itself, we will have that self realization and march towards Goloka Vrindavana. Krishna himself will come and take us. Thank you, Mataji's Prabhu. This is a very famous sloka, and we all would have heard this again and again. So, any realizations and anybody wants to share more on this sloka? Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat.
Dandat Pranam. Any doubts and comments? You're welcome. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Prabhuji. You want
Yep.
to add something to
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
shloka,
yeah.
Prabhu?
Just want to add a point. Yep. So to come to the stage of pure devotional service, it takes a long time for the jnanis. Uh, the process of jnana yoga, if they repeatedly perform it for many births, they come to this stage. So we understand the importance of coming to this surrender of Krishna. That's all I wanted to add, Mataji. Thank you.
Very nice, Prabhu. Very nice.
Hare Krishna.
As a devotee, what are we understanding this from, right? We are doing chanting and we have great interest to hear Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-gītā. So definitely here, like I heard some of the acharyas commenting on this shloka. They were all saying the devotees who are chanting and who have great interest for these scriptures, they are all way above the level of jnanis, and definitely we are all sudurlabha. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.